Hi, good morning. Thank you for tuning back into Her Divine Journey podcast on the platform Words That Speak with your host, Brandy, aka Jules. Before we dive into a new month and a new series that takes you into my world and gets you prepared for my upcoming book, I want to take a moment with you. Not to just push forward or to read off my notes or to tell you things that I've been previously through, but to pause, breathe, and be honest. This episode is not going to be like all the previous ones. I don't even have my cup of tea, honestly. It has taken so much for me to get up and do this episode. Last week, I experienced a personal, tragic loss of a young 19-year-old life. The pain is something I've never experienced before. This was as close to losing a son without losing a son that you can get to. It is a grief that has been real hard to process, communicate, understand. Because this was tragic, unexpected, and it's heavy. And I wasn't able to record prior, and so nothing dropped last week. But I know this space that I am creating is more than content. It's about connection. And so I wanted to show up anyway. I'm lost for words most of these days that have passed, and I wake up in tears, and it's been really hard to get back to life because it doesn't stop. Not even for a moment. I just want it to pause. I just want to be able to breathe, but it just keeps going. And every time you wake up, you want to wake up to a new story. You want to wake up to a different day. But reality is starting to set in, like this is the new reality, that he is gone. I knew his mother since I was 15, and we got close over the years, and she is like a sister from a different mother. I don't have brothers and sisters, and so she is about the closest thing to a sister that I've ever been able to experience. And it was her son, and our kids grew up together. I remember her pregnant with him, and it's not easy. It's not easy seeing her grieve. It's not easy grieving, seeing the kids just lost and trying to understand how this happened, and her family, to see her family and everyone grieving differently. And it's just, life is just so precious, but then it's also gone so fast. Just so fast. Like, you go to bed and we had just spoken and everything was good, well, good as it could be. And then you wake up, and when you wake up at an early morning and you have 11 messages and all these 6, 7, 8 missed calls, and when you went to bed, you didn't have no text messages or no calls, you know something ain't right. But you don't know what. And it's like by the time I found out, and by the time I'm trying to get out the door and by the time you're in the car, and by the time you're on the way to the hospital, his life is like just slipping away. And by the time I got there, he was gone. And it was due to a motorcycle accident that took his life. And I'll be honest, I'm in the middle of making a dream come true and trying to campaign and trying to post and be on here, and y'all don't want to do any of it. I want to just lay in my bed and cry. I have so many questions and so much of a not understanding of how this, why this, and how could this, and it's tough. And no words can explain a broken or any shattered hearts right now who know what happened and who are affected by his loss, because he was such a beautiful, energetic soul. Like, he was good at no matter what he did. It's like he came out the womb with like a six-pack, y'all. Like, he was so fit, and he had just graduated high school and had big dreams, and that's it. He's gone. So sometimes we think healing is about moving, but healing also happens in the pause. And in a moment where you say, I'm not okay, but I'm still here. Because I want life to just stop. I want life to just pause, and just for a moment, I just want it to stop. And it's one of the hardest things, at least for me, is having to get up and continue to do life. Having to get up and continue to do your routine. I mean, even like getting up to just brush your teeth just seems like an obstacle with this pain that's inside. And so before I jump into the topics that I wanted to do for July, I just want to say this. It's okay to not have it all figured out. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to sit in the quiet. It's okay to let the tears come. It's okay to breathe before you build. And I know someone out there needs that reminder. And you don't have to rush the healing. You don't have to perform strength. You can be real here, like I am. I wanted to break in a series of, not everything worked out, and that's okay, to talk about what didn't go as planned and how God still redeemed it. But I felt I have to be real, and life is hard right now, and showing up is taking everything. Praying is taking everything. Praising is taking everything. Because though I still love God and I don't blame God, I'm grieving, and me personally with God, I'm hurting. And it's not easy right now. It's just not. And I'm still going to show up the best way I know how. But this is life. This is part of life that God giveth. God taketh away. We come in this world with nothing. We leave with nothing. And I don't blame him, because we have our own free will. And we're hard-headed human beings. And we feel like it just won't happen to us. But y'all, I can honestly now say, as close as possible, that losing a child, that's something else. And I wish in this world we didn't have to live in such a fallen world that parents have to bury their children. Because you want it to be that they live their life and take care of you when you get older and you are buried by them. But not in this scenario. It's not how this is playing out. And so I'm asking for prayers, because the funeral is this Saturday, and I am going to drop this video. It is already pre-recorded, not sugarcoating nothing, because I will be at the funeral on my way when this video has dropped. This is the first Saturday that I could tell you I didn't want to come. I don't want Saturday to come, because it's the real, yeah. So I appreciate everyone for their support and reaching out and their prayers, and just continuing to pray, not only for me, but for the Santiago family. He had his mother, 2 sisters, 3 aunts, an uncle. They have children. He had a basketball team he was a part of. There was a lot of people affected. He has a stepmom. Her daughter's affected. Her mother, that was like a second, third grandmother to him. Like, it goes pretty deep. Friends. We have friends that our kids grew up together that were all just affected by it. And so, yeah. So I'm going to end this. And I just want to say that thank you for giving me the space to heal. But next week, we will be diving in. But today, I just want to honor the pause. I just want to tell you that I'm just trying to breathe and reflect and remember that God still speaks. Even in the silence, and even when it hurts. Even when it hurts, that we have to still praise him. We still have to see the good in God.